Hello, I'm Greg Lamb, aka the Small Biz Doer with the Sleater Group. I'm here with today's cloud accounting news from somewhere nice. Let's go. The first piece of news is that FreshBooks raised $30 million in funding from investors. Nothing specific was laid out in what the funding would do, besides to continue to grow the user base among small businesses. A key sentence for me was this one: FreshBooks is designed exclusively for client service business owners, people who send invoices and get paid for their time and expertise. No retail, no manufacturing, no restaurants. So, the money is not going to be used to become some does-it-all accounting software. Instead, the focus is clearly on service-based businesses, which I think is the right move given the capabilities of the software. Let's move on over to Zoho Books, whose pace of development is impressive. Earlier this year, they added sales orders and purchase orders, and now this month, it's inventory. All these features have basic functionality, but I'm sure this is welcome news to those small businesses who at least want something to track the purchase and sale of inventory. I looked into Zoho's inventory, and it's fairly easy to get started by adding an item. You get to set up your 3 accounts, your sales account, expense account, and inventory account. There's no opening balances or adjustments built in. After you buy and sell the item, you can view a FIFO cost lot tracking report. This is great for when the purchase or sales price changes, since the cost is tracked on a first in, first out basis. You can see here that invoice number 33 is split between the first purchase of cooler bags and the second one. If I go to the journal report, I can also see that the journal entries are done correctly. So in my quick inspection, inventory in Zoho Books seems to check out. It's not going to do anything fancy like assemblies, but I think it's a good start to the feature. While I'm talking about Zoho, I should also mention it now supports 10 languages. Lastly, for Zoho, something of interest to those in the US is that there is new sales tax functionality. With the functionality, you can associate taxes with a customer, create items that are taxable or non-taxable, and also make an entire invoice non-taxable. When it's time to pay the tax authorities, there's a special form to calculate how much taxes are owed, and there's also a form to make adjustments as well. I haven't tested this functionality, but I think it'll help make collecting and paying taxes in the US easier. On to QuickBooks. QuickBooks Online has a few blog posts dedicated to small improvements that have been released. The biggest changes, in my opinion, are that the layout in tables and sales forms are more configurable, so you can do things like resize and sort the columns in the way you want. Now on to Xero. Xero has added a bit of CRM functionality with Smart Lists. To steal a line from the Xero blog post, Smart Lists is essentially an advanced search over your existing customer base, using the accounting platform as the search engine. An example of its potential use is to identify customers who have purchased a product from you who may be interested in a new product you now have available. Xero also has a bunch of other updates, including changes to payroll, minor improvements, and highlights of their annual general meeting. It's too much stuff to mention, but check out the Xero blog for all the articles. However, one highlight from the annual general meeting that you might be interested in is that Xero now has 330,000 paying subscribers. And the last bit of news is with Cashew. Cashew has had an iPad app for ages, but never an iPhone app. Well, now they have that iPhone app, and it's nearly as capable as Cashew's iPad app, which is the most fully functional accounting software mobile app out there. So, unlike a lot of mobile apps, which are companion apps that have limited capabilities, the iPhone app allows things like entering income, expenses, transfers and journal entries, as well as creating contacts and accounts, and the ability to access the majority of reports. So, for the most part, the capabilities found in the web app are also found in the mobile apps. And that's it for this cloud accounting news. You can find links to all the topics discussed in the description below. I'm Greg Lamb, aka the Small Biz Doer with the Sleater Group, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Ciao.